hive cluster is under attack.
Live for the swarm.
Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today on Overwatch, it's going to be Reach, and it's going to be ArtUser, a PvZ sent to me by RJB. You know him. Check him out at his YouTube channel. There's a link in the description. Top left, it is our brown Protoss. It is going to be Reach. And in the bottom right, it's ArtUser. He's a Zerg player. Don't cast a lot of games of. Don't have a ton of replays from him, but RJB found one and it was worthy to be cast. So, here we are on Overwatch. It's a two-player map. I think everybody is familiar with it, but just in case, there it is on the mini-map. This is your natural. This is your third base, or maybe this is your third base. I think Zergs like this for their third base. I think everybody likes the top and bottom bases for their third base. We've got expansions at the top and top right and bottom left corners. We've got minerals-only expansions, and then a 3 o'clock and a 6 o'clock with gas. So not very many places to expand here, as expected from a two-player map. Woof. But yeah, that is my breakdown here. And again, well, not again, unless you're here again. You got high ground over these bases, these minerals-only bases. So they are very, very hard to take. I've seen Dragoons harassing this. I've seen Lurkers harassing this. Hydralisks. Oh boy. Super hard to take, but if you're desperate, any port in a storm, baby. Oh, hang on a second. Reach. Are we going to go Nexus first here? Are we? Yes, we are. We're going to go Nexus first. Okay. Oh, no, but it's a pool first here from ArtUser. Is this just a build order loss? Maybe it is. What are we? Wait, what? What forge? That forge is late, dude. You fooled me. I thought you were waiting for 400 minerals because that forge was so late. This probe's like, we don't have 400 minerals yet. I guess I'll just hang out. Boy. Yeah. So, if you had seen this late hatch, late expansion, then yeah, throw down a forge. But maybe it's just his spider sense. He's like, do I want to go Nexus first today? I don't know. And then he was indecisive, and he threw down a forge just to be safe, and he said, whew. That was close, because there are lings in my future, man. Actually, not that many lings. There's really just the two. Terror the Overlord's like, what's going on up here? Again, it's just a total gamble to go pool first here from our dude, ArtUser. And they're just needing to chase this probe, so no big deal. All right, fine. I thought this was going to be interesting, but instead both players were safe about it. This was honestly less aggressive from ArtUser and more about being safe, and this was almost aggressively macroeconomical. I don't know if that makes any sense, but at the end, he chose to be safe. He had a moment. He had a crossroads, and he said, safety. Safety over macro, please. Quick third base, too. I mean, before that second base is done from ArtUser. Smart stuff. He knows what this is. He knows this was a Forge Expand. That means there's no ability for Zealots to come kill him at any level over the next couple minutes anyway. I mean, look, this gateway's almost done. Then you start making a Zealot, and it takes a while, and then your supply block. Oh, no. Perfect timing on that pylon, by the way. And then you got to walk all the way down here. So he's like, yeah, you know what? I can get a third base out against this Forge Expand. And if I want to keep up economically, that's really what I got to do. Lair coming in before Metabolic Boost, but we're not surprised by that at all. This indicates a very fast Spire, which could, to me, indicate a desire for Mutalisks today from ArtUser. We'll keep an eye on that production tab, see what happens after that Spire pops. Terror the Overlord's like, you don't have anything that shoot up. Actually, I lie. There's a cannon. If I fly over this cannon, I'll die. Maybe this guy will. But if I hang out right here until you have Dragoons, you cannot shoot me. So I'm just going to hang out, park on top of your Nexus, which makes you feel really paranoid and like angry, but hey, you delayed making Dragoons. It's not my fault. Quick Stargate. Lair is almost done. More lings coming out because I guess we need to kill this probe. Sure, we got to kill this probe. I don't know if that's really what we needed to be doing here, but it's fine. And there's your Spire. Oh, it's +1 air weapons. You know Falcon's feelings about +1 air weapons. They're good. And if your enemy goes mutas, they're sad. So here we go. Let's see. Is he taking that second gas yet? No. Could just be 4 or 5 mutas. Again, it's just gambling. It's just, I don't know. I mean, the very standard thing to do here would be opening up Corsairs for reach, but maybe he's not going to do that. Okay, now he's getting the scout off. Go, Lings, run! Run, Lings, get in there. Be super, yeah, force your opponent to throw up a cannon in the mineral line. I mean, they were probably going to do that anyway because they're making Corsairs. But, you know, make it come up earlier. Make them to make 2 cannons instead of the one they wanted to. Nope, that's a Citadel. Citadel coming in here. All right, I'll continue watching that production tab. Man, Speedlings in your main. I mean, I'm not going to say there's not a worse feeling than that, but it sucks. Dude, probe down. ArtUser, the micro here. That's, wanted that probe so bad. There's one in there with, yeah, like 2 HP. Nice. Spire down. Scourge. Oh. He knows. He saw that. He saw this spinning cyber core and said, of course, that's +1 air. Let's not make any mutas. Let's get a Hydra Den down. Get some Scourge out just to keep our overlords alive. And by that I mean this overlord's going to die. And then the Corsair's going to get out of there because he knows that there are Scourge coming. Whew. Okay, so after all that chaos, there's the Templar Archives warping in. If you don't get Storm versus Zerg, how are you playing PvZ exactly? What is your plan? If you don't have Storm, you're just going to have a bad time. Scourge chasing, and are they faster than Corsairs? Sometimes. Depends. Not all the time, though. Beautiful. Oh, 2 Scourge down. No hits on the Corsair. Beautiful micro from Reach, by the way. That was great. Yep, Storm on the way. But first, a Dark Templar. Then we get Storm. Quick plug for my Twitch. I'm out there playing Baldur's Gate 3 with Somicron, where we have a 4-person party. I guess they're not all people. Anyway, it's a lot of fun playing a Paladin. I'm smiting all sorts of things. He's a Warlock. All sorts of into darkness and stuff. We also have a Cleric, and we've got a Ranger in our party, and it's a lot of fun. Just got some really cool, neat gear. A couple new shields for our shielding characters. Me for one, because I'm a Paladin. The Cleric for the other one. It's been very entertaining. We've had to really kind of sit back and rethink how we want to handle certain scenarios, and some random crazy stuff happens. And that's out at twitch.tv/FalconPaladin several times a week at this point. So give me a follow out there. You can see some Baldur's Gate. Following is free. The VODs are available on Somicron's YouTube channel. If you want to check out VODs here on YouTube, youtube.com/@Somicron, SOMICRON. That's also where the Falcon Paladin Hour is, if you're interested. That is the weekly podcast featuring myself and Somicron. Evolve Flyer Carapace. Is that just for Scourge, I guess? Yeah. It's gotta be just for Scourge. There's no way you see this many +1 Corsairs flying around and go, you know what I need is some mutts. No, just making a ton of Hydras, parking the Overlords over them so that the Overlords stay alive. The more Overlords there are, the more Hydras can be produced. It's a kind of a symbiotic relationship. But yeah, 3 basing Zerg here, working on Flyer Carapace and missile attack upgrade. On the other side of it, speed's on the way. So like it's a +1 attack, and once leg enhancements is done, we're going to have a pretty good army against this Hydra Zerg, right? Speed lots, Storm. Those are the 2 ingredients you need to defeat a pure Hydralisk army. And you'll do just fine if that's all you have with upgrades. Yep, there's Storm 1. Hydras are like, oh, you already have Storm? Let me bait out some more so that my future attacks will be more effective. That's not how that works, ArtUser. Storm is infinite. Oh, dude. Canceling. Okay, well, there you go. Cancel the +1 attack. Speed wasn't done yet, so the Zealots couldn't get out there and shut them down. Oh, this is a nice little window that ArtUser has found, where he can pick at the edge here, and it's only slow Zealots coming to stop him, but I guess eventually even slow Zealots are a problem. Oh, that's a nice supply block. Overlord down. The Overlords were there solely to provide detection against DTs, but there were none of those as part of that battle. I actually don't know where the DTs went. I assume they died. I assume they died and didn't really do a lot because of so many Hydras and so many Overlords just everywhere. Man, Flare Carapace takes forever to research. ArtUser must really want this upgrade. Look at this Archon. He's like, my nemesis, Hydralisks, poof. The last thing you see before you die as an Archon. Hydras. Corsairs. Finding more Overlords to kill. The supply block is back. 6 Scourge at a time. Where's my Carapace upgrade? Carapace is good against Corsairs because they do fast, small attacks. Takes more attacks from a Corsair to kill a Scourge that has +1 Carapace, but it's not there yet, actually. Come on. Oh, it's done. All right, +1 Carapace. Hooray, we made it. Oh, these Hydras are ready. These Hydras are ready, too. Oh, the trap is real. They had to turn... Oh, those Scourge had a beautiful, beautiful opportunity to wipe these out. But really good micro here from Reach, getting 3 of them safely home. Oh, and then once the the Corsair count has been sort of dropped, he techs into mutas. Okie doke. Well, it's 130 to 113 supply. Reaches up. Tons of Zealots. Tons of High Templar with Storm. Trying to maybe get a 3rd base up here, but there's like 47 Hydras on the way to that general section of the map. And if any of them head over this way, that is not happening. I mean, it's... Yeah, a naked expand? Really? At this level of StarCraft? At your 3rd. It's not even a ninja. Look at him being like, nah, not worth. Not worth it. I want to go attack the front door of Reach instead because Reach's army just left. Mutas are on a mission to find High Templar to snipe them. Hydras are like, wait, you don't have any High Templar in here right now? Oh, you do. Where is... Oh, he's up there. He's like, I don't care. Meanwhile, Zealots in the natural base. Zealots in the 3rd base. Fighting Hydras. Got that upgrade. Got that speed. Drones are dying all over the place. And cleaning up the Hydra attack is Reach. Very nicely done. There is nothing preventing that base from going down. Try to get a 4th base down, but... keeping your workers alive is a challenge at the moment. The Spire might get sniped. Dude, oh, these aren't even +1 Zealots. I forgot the Forge got killed. Dude, Spire snipe is so cool. Sniping a major tech structure like that is 10 extra points here. So, well done. Well done, Reach. Killing a bunch of drones. 38 drones remain. 45 probes on the table. 3rd base still not happening from Reach because he doesn't have the army to protect it. Maybe he does. They're just not in the general area of said 3rd base, so they can protect it. Mutas. There you go. 1 Volian down those High Templar. Keep that High Templar count low, and your Hydras will thank you forever. Also, Lurkers. Did I mention those? Lurkers on the way. He's not bothering to replace his Spire either, ArtUser, and I think that's because... He says, I have all of the mutas I need. I'll keep them alive forever. That's not usually how it works with mutas, but maybe you will. Okay, well. 3rd base probe is dead. Corsairs. They up their numbers? Yeah, they've added a couple of more friends to their group. Which makes sense, because there's mutas flying around. Dragoons being added in. They're not amazing against mutas, but they are much better than Zealots are. And even really High Templar if the mutas are being controlled well. So this is a problem for Reach. He's on 2 bases. He's trying to get a 3rd, but it's 14 minutes into the game he's on 2 bases. And yeah, look at this. 4 bases. Rolling from ArtUser here. He's throwing up Lurker, Sunkens to defend this 4th base. The mutas are trying to pick off probes. Maybe we can get that cannon, but the Corsairs show up, and then they pull back to their cannon support. But what cannon support? Nice connections. A Storm. Oh, I don't know. I think that might have been a hit on that Corsair, but the Muta flock super injured. Down to 8 from the 11 they were previously with a Muta stacking trick, and these guys, once they're dead, they are not getting replaced. So flying on into a place with a little bit of anti-air and splitting. Trying to kill these Corsairs with a really nice split with Spore support. That was a pretty sick play from ArtUser. All right, third base. My goodness. Gonna come in here post 15 minutes. Look who loves his Spire, though. ArtUser says, no, I need a Spire. Queen's Nest on the way, too. There we go. Third minute at 15-15. He sure wishes he had that earlier, I bet. He has some regrets. Zealot army wandering right into Lurker Town. Oh my gosh. Yeah, these Lurkers are getting some nice spread out splash damage on all of these dudes. Look at the injury levels on most of them. But they can eat some damage, still make it happen. Whoa! Hydra's Lurkers right side, Hydra's south side. Not really target firing High Templar all that well. Just sort of A-moved in here. Which I think those Hydras could have done a better job sniping those High Templar, but they didn't. Zealot. Oh, gosh. If Zealots are responsible for killing the spawning pool today and the Spire, that's a major win. For Zealots, oh, gosh, he did it. He did it. I mean, no, not even a token response there from ArtUser. He's just like, okay. Oh, there we go. Now we're trying to target fire High Templar. Got him. You know, lost 4 Hydras for it, but any High Templar dead is kind of worth for a Zerg. It's a lot of gas and a lot of potential damage removed. Ooh, look who's getting Burrow. ArtUser is. Yeah, just at this stage of the game, it sure seems like ArtUser just has this well in hand. He's up 120 to 106 supply, 61 drones to 38 probes. And that's what happens when you are 4 bases to 3. And you're trying to get a 4th base in the top right, but the Zerg Swarm says really. Immediately just says really. Shuts it down. Some of the Lings manage to escape their punishment. As Reach says, please let there not be a 5th base on the right side here for ArtUser. And there's not. A little surprised there isn't. This 4th base came up a while ago. Expanding again, getting up to 65 workers and just putting the workers on gas would be good. What on earth? There's a shuttle over here. Hey, man. How you doing? Adrenals on the way. That seems a little bit late for 17 minutes. Oh, one more hit would have killed that High Templar. Woof, lucky. Lucky guy. Oh, expanding left side instead as ArtUser. Look at this. Protoss is like, obviously it's the right side that is expanding. No, it isn't. Also, this shuttle could do something unless it's been forgotten by Reach. I don't know if that's really been involved in anything today, but it's only got 1 High Templar in it, so probably there were Zealots in there with the High Templar. They probably unloaded and stormed and I missed it. Lings and Lurkers can handle a Dragoon's army without Dark Swarm. It's not great for the Lings and Lurkers, but it is better than just Lurkers. Alright, Lurkers, top of the ramp. Ooh, Overlord Transport on the way. Defiler Mount coming in, top right, warping in from Reach. So, this is where every base on the map, except for these low-ground mineral-only bases that kind of suck to hold, and this right side 3 o'clock base have been taken. Lings baiting out a ton of Storm, getting a High Templar for it. You know, reducing the energy levels on those High Templar and killing a High Templar is a sick move. If you couldn't get, if you didn't get the High Templar, not as cool, but getting the High Templar was a huge deal. Consume getting researched. Robotic Support Bay on the way from Reach. Every Protoss player just cheered watching that. They said, yes, Reavers! Let's get some Reavers in here. We need them. Late game against Zerg, if you don't have Reavers, what are you even doing, Protoss players? Doing it wrong, say my Protoss commentators. I see ya. I read every comment anyone ever makes on my channel. You know it's true, and if you don't, ask anyone who is on my channel if it's true, because they know it's true. You know it's true. Everything I do it for you. I mean, that's true for StarCraft. I do it for you. Ooh, Ob snipe. Uh-oh. Obsless army here to deal with these Lurkers. That was really careless by Reach, man. Flying right over here. Keep it with the army. So if it's getting attacked, you can pull back. And the Scourge get killed by these Dragoons and these Archons. Just, you know that. You don't need me to tell you that, Reach. Just, StarCraft is a hard game. It is. It's a very difficult game. Oh man, you know it is summer when you're casting and you can feel sweat start to drip down your back. Ugh, gross feeling. I'm gonna go hang out in the basement after I cast this game. It's always nice and cool down there. I should move my casting setup to the basement, honestly. It's so nice down there. Even in the summertime. Okay, so Reach is down 50 supply, but Plague's not done yet. That's a saving grace. Dark Swarm is done. Adrenal is done. Lings are getting further upgrades. This does not seem like a good position to be in. Oh, a little Storm Dropper-oonie down here. Oh yeah, 55 drones. Okay, so there was a Storm Drop. Killed, I mean, as many as 10 workers, honestly. Pretty impressive stuff. Knocking ArtUser down a bit, but you'll notice he's making Lings instead of drones. So he didn't really want quite as many drones as he had. He probably didn't need as many, considering the few places there are to expand. Ah, you're gonna try to drop top right side here. These Hydras are distracting Reach. Hey, come chase me. Don't worry about what's going on in your top right fourth, sir. There are cannons galore here. So that Overlord is dead. Did that Overlord have a Defiler in it? Did he bring a Defiler for this attack? Okay. Well, look. Pro tip. If you're going to bring an attack to a Protoss base that's got cannons at it, and you have Defilers, bring one along. Maybe it was in that first Overlord that died. Entirely possible. Plague catches 2. Oh, that's never mind. Much better Plague. Dragoons, Zealots. All sorts of Plagued up here. Oh, okay, look. If you're catching Plagues to the face, and there's Dark Swarm around, and there are Cracklings, and there are 2/2 Lurkers, I don't know about this. Reach is in a tough spot. His third base was late, and he's been playing catch-up ever since. Not the tomato sauce catch-up. The other kind. Do you call it ketchup? Or catch-up? It might just be a Utah accent thing to call it catch-up. Which is what I do. Because I am in Utah. But generally, I don't know. I don't know that I have a crazy distinguishable accent from other English American speakers. Obviously, you can tell an American speaker from an English speaker in England, or a Scottish or Irish or Australian speaker, right? But as far as different American accents go, I don't know that I really have one. Can you place me in a region of the country? It doesn't sound southern, doesn't sound like New York. Not a California accent. Not really Midwest either. Somehow this part of this part of the country has just kind of a generically neutral American accent. It's weird. Yeah, well, let's just storm where we think the Zerg player is gonna unload. Hurry, unload before that cannon kills you. Unload! Oh, got 3 Lings out, but then an Archon says, oh, we got more out than that. 4 maybe? This is some pretty good chaos. You know how I feel about drops. Drops are incredibly good for Zerg, and yet I see them so infrequently. Oh, this is big. If Reach can take this right side base, I just thought for sure that ArtUser was going to take it and keep it away. But I don't know that he even tried to expand over here, which is weird, man. Well, he's going to expand down here to the minerals only base. Big battle, Plague, Storm, lot of Hydras dead. Sure, you might have plagued us, but you'll have to come back and kill us later, friend. Ultralisk Cavern on the way. ArtUser, let's go Ultras. They're not even that good. They're really not in this matchup. Man, do I love Ultralisks. Ultras and Lings are my favorite units in StarCraft. Just do so much damage. They're so tanky. And it's just really fun to watch them swarm in and completely shut down an attempt to expand by a Protoss player, for example. Yeah, nope. Load up, and your Reaver died because it was in the shuttle that died. Rip. Super ripperoni there. Woof. track is starting over. That's how you know it's a long game. If you get the start of a Zerg track, usually means the game's been going for a bit longer, isn't it? No Dark Swarm. Zealots anyway. Zealots and Archons and stuff here anyway. Plague Runi. Mostly catching Archons who do not care, but okay. Still coming up the ramp. Where did the Reavers go? Did they all die? I don't think you're saving this base, Reach. Way too much Zerg for that. Yeah, 3 armor on these Lings. They're working on +3 attack. It's going to be a minute. But, yeah, your plagued Dragoons are not going to be able to stand against these Lings. Fully healthy Dragoons are not going to be standing against Cracklings on any sense. Reverse. 2 Reaver shots to kill a Hydra. Still cost efficient, if you can believe it. This guy. He's got 17 kills. Dude, he's been storm dropping like a boss. He completely obliterated the drone count down here. It's 35 workers from ArtUser. Hold your horses. Reach has been dropping very well recently. Okay. All right. He's trying to stay in this game through the power of drops, and I cannot blame him for it. Low ground minerals here. 38 drones, though. He's got to spend larva and money on drones that he doesn't want to spend on those things. He wants to make Ultralisks right now. He's got a ton of gas, but only 300 minerals. Gonna get chitinous plating for those boys. The Reavers and the Storm versus your Zerg. Takes a plague, but there are Reaver shots going out. Come on, Reaver. Where are you going, Reaver? Shoot the things in the Dark Swarm. That's what you're here for. Doesn't want to get too close. Doesn't want to get too close to those lurker spines. Oh, man. Plaguing buildings. People ask a lot, why don't we see more plaguing buildings? Falcon. It's like, I don't know. It's just usually more cost efficient to plague units rather than buildings if you're a Zerg player. Killing buildings is not usually your problem as a Zerg player. It's killing the units, you know? Op snipe. Lurker's invisible again. Uh-oh. That's bad news. Oh, Reaver's dying also super bad. Too many Hydras showed up for that small group to handle it. So I think at this point, just keeping Reach away from a new base. Oh, Reaver drops, though. 10 kills. 12 kills. Keeping... Ow. Keeping the Zerg player... Oh, there are DTs. Unload them. Just unload them now. Oh, too busy elsewhere, I guess. This Reaver having a great time. So back into Mutalisks. But yeah, keeping ArtUser down to around 30 workers is not a bad strategy to win this game. I mean, as far as what Reach is looking into, he's trying to get a 5th base. And I don't know that he's going to be allowed to today. But yeah, what a great storm drop. I mean, not that Reach is on fire probe count-wise, and he's only mining on 2 bases. Which, to be fair, the Zerg player is only on 3. Not exactly killing it on 6 mining bases right now. It's not that kind of a map where you can have 6 mining bases that easily. Oh, it's a trade. All the Hydras died, and the Lurker died, but the Reaver died too. So 1 Reaver down for that much stuff. You know, for a Zerg player, not that bad. Plague catching that Reaver, that brand new Reaver. Welcome to the world. You now have fewer hit points than you would otherwise. The lowest number of hit points you can have before you die. Well, 2. 2 is not 1, but 2 is basically 1. Kind of blind storming out here. Uh-oh. 3rd base in trouble. And remember, it was late. So there are more minerals here than there would be at a normal 3rd base at 30 minutes. There's enough Protoss or Zerg here to actually... Okay, there is. There's enough Zerg here to actually do this. Even without Dark Swarm. Just because, you know, it's 3-3 Link, man. It's fully upgraded Cracklings here against cannons. This might be our GG. This base dies. All the probes die. 24 probes to 36. You did a great job keeping ArtUser down to sub 40 workers. But when you're at 24 probes and 1 mining base at 29 minutes, no. Not going to work out for you, my friend. Oh, that had 2 High Templar in it. Oh, it has. Oh, it's safe. Saved. There's 2 Reavers back here. So either you kill this and you win if you're Zerg, or you kill this and you win as Zerg. Take your bets. This Defiler, not enough energy for a Plague, but man, it should get up here and get enough energy for a Plague. Here he goes. Here he goes. Consume one of these Lings that are going to die uselessly anyway. Consume a Ling. Plague that back line. Whoa. Never mind. The Reavers are dead. Good target firing from ArtUser. And, I mean, Zealots. I love the Defiler in here being like, oh, there's a battle raging all around me. They just leave him alone. Wow. Reach sparing that Defiler's life for really no reason at all. Other than maybe worrying it was bait. You come over here and then, like, 8 lurkers. Hey, we got a consume out of him. It's like, who hasn't been plagued yet? All of these have not been plagued yet. So that's a plague. Yeah, there you go. And, you know, 4 Hydras down, not a big deal. 163 to 125 supply. This is a last hurrah for Reach. He needs to kill the Zerg now, but look at this. Look at all of this. There's Ultras in here, supply blocking. Okay. ArtUser getting supply blocked. Might work out. Dude, Archons retreating are just going to die to these Lings. At least let them battle you a little bit. Nice Plague. Nice sniping on the obs here, but there don't actually happen to be any lurkers in this area, so whatever. And that's it. GG. Everybody dies for Reach, and ArtUser is our winner in 31 minutes. What a bloodbath back and forth ZVP that was. It was economic, right? Total economic list or a loss there for our Protoss. 3rd base was late. 4th base was late as a result and never got a 5th in 30 minutes, which is just not going to happen. Oh, part of the reason he GG'd out is because he got dropped in his main. That makes sense. It's like, he had a little bit of stuff back here, but the real problem was this was happening. Yeah, Zerg player only at 36 drones, but it's really just on 3 bases, and one of those doesn't have a gas, so I think he's okay. Not as much income as you would like, probably, but he's got all the upgrades, the Hydras, the Lurkers. The Ultras mattered in that final engagement. I think probably could have won without them, but, you know, at the end of the day, having Ultras around is probably not a bad thing against an army that has no Reavers at all. And they didn't because they were killed earlier. So nice job targeting Reavers, too, by the way, from ArtUser. And nobody got this right side base. Protoss tried to take it. Zerg said no and then didn't take it himself, which is a little bit weird. Game might have been over a little bit sooner if he had done that, but great game. Good back and forth for sure. 256,000 points to 237 in favor of our guy, ArtUser. Outproducing the Protoss by a 4-to-1 ratio, getting outkilled by a 3-to-1 ratio. That's the math. Structures raised, 27 by the Zerg player, only 4 by Reach, and then outspending Reach by about 9,000, almost 10,000 resources in 31 minutes is going to be enough. So had enough macro to overcome the death of something like 20 or 30 drones in this game. I mean, it's it's a lot. A lot. So GG, like way to overcome the drone deaths. Not easy to do, but ArtUser played very, very well today. Got the win. So GG, and that's going to be it from me. This is Ben, Falcon Paladin, coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw, what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.